Riders, let's be real. Most people ride in regular jeans. I mean, I get it. Denim looks cool and it's classic. But your favorite Levi's, they won't save your skin if you go down. And that's where riding jeans come in, and I've worn a ton of them. Spidi, Icon, Alpinestars, Zen jeans, Speed and Strength, and Resurgence. You name it, I've worn it. And today I'm gonna break it down as simply as I can as to what makes a good riding jean and the basics of what to look for and why they're perfect for city riders. Okay, so why riding jeans? Well, in the city, you want protection, but you also want style. You want to look like you when you get off your bike. And you know what? Riding jeans just hit that spot. Casual vibe, serious protection. So in terms of like protective materials, good riding jeans aren't just denim, they're reinforced. You'll see like Kevlar, Cordura, sometimes Dyneema. And for example, let's take these Speed and Strength Dogs of War 2.0s. These actually use Kevlar, and you can usually tell because when you turn the pants inside out, you'll see like a little yellow material underneath. It's hard to tell here, but it's there. But yeah, these have been a real favorite of mine, especially during the hot summer months, simply because they're mostly, honestly, they're not really denim. They're mostly cotton, but it does provide nice airflow. And then you'll also have a pair of these Icon Slabtown jeans. Now these actually use Cordura. And with Cordura, unlike Kevlar, the protective material is actually woven in. Unlike with a Kevlar jean, usually they're different panels. You usually have like your regular jean material or cotton material and then the Kevlar. But with Cordura jeans, it's usually blended in. And then finally, check out these Zen riding jeans. These actually use a material called Dyneema. These are Zen riding jeans, and actually the pair I've been wearing and I usually wear are these Zen riding jeans / like cargo pants. So what's really cool about Dyneema, it's a relatively new material, but it definitely offers more strength for its weight. But generally, as you can tell when you check out riding jeans, they honestly look like regular riding jeans, minus like seeing the armor on the knees. But check it out, yeah, look. They look like regular jeans. Now, in terms of scale of protection, it goes from, I'd say, Kevlar, then to Cordura, then Dyneema. But keep in mind that it all depends on what version the manufacturer uses. But don't get stuck on the tech. Think of it like this. All of these fibers resist abrasion, well, some better than others, but they all hold up in a slide, to a certain degree, of course. Think of them as like body armor for your denim, but without looking like RoboCop. In addition, most riding jeans have some sort of CE level armor, at minimum knee pads, hips if you can get them, and these can range from like CE level 1 or CE level 2, like these, for example. This is a CE level 1, and generally you can tell by how thin it is. Sometimes CE level 2 armor can be a little bit thicker. And as a note, for most jeans, you can upgrade the armor for the knees and the hips. But here's the thing, if the armor moves around, it won't protect you. And that's why fit matters. Too loose and the pads can shift on you when you go down, and you don't want that. And too tight, well, you can't move. And for guys, I mean, it can mess with your boys, if you know what I mean. Now, in terms of fitment, I personally go for a slim or straight cut. They sit right on the body and they sit right on the bike. And honestly, they look sharp whenever you go to the cafe or wherever you hang out. Now, when it comes to sizing a pair of riding jeans, the waist will be very similar to what you do with a normal pair of jeans. And the same goes for the inseam, but keep in mind that the inseam is very important because you want the placement of the knee armor to sit directly on your knee. You don't want it sitting too low, covering your shin and protecting your shin rather than your knee. See, what you want to do is avoid the skinny jean trap or the loose jean trap. And sadly, they do exist. Remember, comfort and mobility first. That's what keeps you wearing them. So when do riding jeans actually make sense, and when do they work best? Well, they work for city rides, cafe racer meetups, short trips, commuting in the urban environment, and basically if you plan to hang out after you ride. But honestly, if I'm blasting on the highways or riding all season in rain or cold, I'll grab leather for higher speeds or adventure pants for those long, unpredictable weather type of rides. Hey, different tools for different rides, but for the urban vibe, jeans win. And like I've said before, I've worn a ton. You've just seen a small smidgen of what I actually own. I've worn and owned Spidi, Alpinestars, Zin, Icon, Speed and Strength, and Resurgence jeans. Some were comfy, some were heavy and stiff, and some really nailed the balance. Like for example, these Zin riding cargo jeans. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore, but I'm really glad I got my hands on a pair. And another favorite pair of mine, which I don't have right now, are my Spidi Ducati branded riding jeans. Honestly, they look like regular jeans, but they had the protection and they had the look. But the bottom line is this: it comes down to your style, your budget, and your riding. Now, in closing, don't ride in regular denim. I mean, I get it. But Mel, they're more comfortable. But Mel, they're more convenient. But Mel, it's too hot. Stop it. Get real riding jeans. And look for reinforced fabric, look for armor, and get the right fit. You'll look sharp, you'll ride safe, and you'll feel confident every time you ride. All right, riders, what jeans are you rocking? Drop it in the comments below and let's talk gear. Well, that's it for now, and if you haven't yet, and if you haven't, why not? Please like and subscribe, it really helps my channel out. And if you like this video, don't forget to check out this video or this video. All right, thanks again all for tuning in, and as I always say, I'll see ya. Get a pair of good riding jeans. You better, right now.